name is Andrew Baxter, and as a Scottish Tourist Guide Association member, I probably have one of the best jobs in the world, as I get to share my love of Scotland with guests from all around the globe. And as it's the Scottish Year of Stories, I get even more opportunities to share some of my country's fascinating stories. Today I'm standing in the very heart of Glencoe, a glen full of mysterious legends and historic tales. Way up in the mountainside beyond me, you will find Corrie Gavel, which in Gaelic means a hollow of the capture. More commonly today, it's known as the Hidden or Lost Valley. From down below, you can't see the Lost Valley. It's cut off by huge rock falls that blocked the gorge below thousands of years ago. But a steep rocky path eventually opens out into a wide and flat expanse of stones and grass. This secretive place was ideal for the local MacDonald clan to hide the cattle that they had stolen from neighbouring clans. Maybe it was here that the MacDonalds hid cattle stolen from Clan Campbell, a clan that they had feuded with for generations. Likewise, they could hide the cattle in the Corrie when their own clan lands were under threat. And in the winter of 1692, it became a place of refuge as horrific events unfolded in the glen here. At the end of the 1600s, there was a threat of rebellion here in the Scottish Highlands. Support for the deposed King James VII was high in these parts. His supporters became known as the Jacobites, from the Latin word for James, Jacobus. They were bitterly opposed to James's daughter Mary and her husband William of Orange ruling as king and queen. The region was effectively lawless, beyond the control of the government. What was the answer? How could these troublesome clan chiefs have been brought under control? A royal proclamation offered a pardon to all those who swore an oath of allegiance to King William by the 1st of January 1692. Those that failed to comply would face severe reprisals. Some swore the oath of allegiance without hesitation. Those like Clan Campbell, who supported King William. Many others, still loyal to the deposed James, awaited his guidance. Approval came too late for some to swear the oath of allegiance before the forthcoming deadline. So here in Glencoe, the chief, MacIan of Glencoe, set off at the last minute to Fort William. But there the governor was not authorised to take the oath. He turned MacIan around and sent him to Inverary, to the very heart of Clan Campbell territory, home to one of the MacDonalds' greatest foes. Imagine the journey, over 60 miles long, through a harsh Scottish winter, battling snow blizzards, through high mountain passes, wading through energy-zapping snowdrifts on the way. Arriving 6 days after the deadline, the local magistrate, Sir Colin Campbell, administered the oath. MacIan returned to the safety of his home here in Glencoe. Duty done. That was the end of the matter, or so you might think. The King's Chief Minister, Lord Stair, while he had other ideas, here was an opportunity to show the troublesome Jacobites their rebellious tendencies would not go unchecked. What better target than the troublesome, lawless MacDonalds of Glencoe? And here was his perfect excuse. In late January, around 120 soldiers in the Earl of Argyll's service, many of them Campbells, marched to Glencoe. They were led by a Robert Campbell. They were given free board and lodgings in the homes of the MacDonalds, and an alternative to the MacDonalds paying taxis. Did their hosts know that this was no routine patrol, that something more sinister was planned? On the evening of the 12th of February, Campbell received the order for the next day to put every man, woman and child under the age of 70 to the sword. The next morning, this bloody order was unleashed. MacIan was brutally murdered. Some say his wife was dragged from her house stripped naked and murdered. It's thought 36 other clan members lost their lives on that fateful morning. As the soldiers moved along the glen, burning houses and removing livestock, MacDonalds fled for their lives to the supposed safety of the mountains around. Did MacDonald families seek refuge in the hidden valley? How many died of exposure as they huddled against rocks in the middle of winter? The brutality of the Glencoe massacre shocked Scottish society, not so much out of sympathy for the MacDonalds, but that their soldiers had sought hospitality from their victims beforehand. And after all, other clans also missed the deadline, but did not receive such harsh treatment as meted out towards the MacDonalds of Glencoe. The massacre and its aftermath still remains an emotional event for many today, not just here in the Highlands, but with those with Scottish links across the world. That is why on the 13th of February every year, those events are remembered at a short commemoration ceremony organised by the Clan Donald Society beside the Celtic cross that stands at the edge of Glencoe village. For many, a visit to Glencoe is about taking in the stunning scenery, or maybe putting on hiking boots and heading to the high mountain summits. But for many MacDonalds around the world, and many others, Glencoe means so much more. A fact that many will reflect upon when they remember the bloody events of the Glencoe massacre.